It's because when we mute our mics, it turns off. It stops recording. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening.
Except I never mute my mic, and I was like one of the shorter ones, which was the weirdest part.
Weird.
Yes.
That's interesting. Huh. Strange. Okay, so we can start with Bachelor. Just do that really fast. I think we just get our like first impressions or whatever.
Yeah. So we don't need to press record, right?
No.
Honestly, like, I don't know what's happening. Like, I like normally will like vaguely look at spoilers just because I am impatient. But I've only seen like the thing about like Tasha or whatever, and like Dale, and all these things, and it was weird. It was just weird. They like set it up in a very weird way. I don't know. That's like, it was just very bizarre, and they definitely made it like obvious that she's gonna leave, but also they didn't like imply that she had been talking to Dale either.
Yeah.
So I think they'll get to that like pre-existing relationship in like maybe even next week. I don't know.
Well, they talked about that other dude.
Yeah, that was weird.
Who had like reached out to her.
Blake, the Canadian.
So that's why
when her mom fell or something.
And she also said, "You're the only guy who reached out to me." But maybe she reached out to Dale. Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the broadcast. Bachelor hour. Bachelor happy hour. I'm drinking gin, so that's where I'm at.
I'm drinking this water.
Oh, that's nice. Water. Okay.
I'm having a bubble tea. But it's only because I actually have had so much wine in the last 3 days that I can't even think about it.
Sam's body, his or her blood is just all wine.
Too much wine.
That's fair.
Mostly my main like grievance with this first episode was that too much of it was Rona centered. Like, I was like, you don't know why I'm watching this show, and it's to pretend like this is not happening. It was like 45 minutes of being like, here's how all the ways that like we made it so make sure that nobody's dying, which is like helpful. So I don't like, but I feel guilty watching the show anyway. Like, I think it's horrible for all people involved.
I did feel so bad for the guys who got eliminated on night one. First of all, I know that the rose ceremonies are usually like they take forever, but it was midday by the time that they were eliminated. They were walking out and it was full sunlight. So they're there for like, they're up for whatever, 40 hours or 36 hours. I don't know how to do math, 36 hours. And then they also like went through all these hoops to get to look into doing the swabs. They had to quarantine for 14 days, all this stuff to not get time to talk to her because those two guys had a fight. And then also,
you're gonna have a fight on the first night?
They didn't get picked over the dude who was wearing a straight jacket the entire episode. Like, that is so fucking embarrassing.
Also, that's so embarrassing. Like, I'm not like somebody who like even really views like crazy as like an ableist like term. Like, it's definitely like gone like beyond that point or whatever. And I kind of feel like whoever like is doing that kind of like is why people are like, you guys are too sensitive. Like, it's like, okay, it's like fine. But that guy's a bit gonna make me start saying that. Like, bro, what?
That was so rough. Okay,
it was so rough.
Who did you guys like?
I could not tell you any of their names. They all look the same.
Me neither.
I like the guy, I can't remember his name, but he was a boy band manager, and I thought that job was cool.
Kenny?
Just the job.
Well, man.
Is he
I just thought his job was cool. I was like, wow,
I'm pretty
boy
sure
band
it's like
manager.
something he like runs like just like some like karaoke night at like
I looked
some
up what
bar.
the boy band is. Hold on.
It's
Wait,
called
is it the
the
brother?
boy band.
It's
the manager of something called the boy band.
Okay.
Not actually.
But like the boy band, that's like a cover band. And wait, who do they cover?
Oh, I thought it's the brother. You know, Graham Smith, like the country singer. It's not his brother because his brother's on the show.
Oh my God.
Ooh, maybe.
He manages they're called the Ron Burgundies.
No. That's embarrassing.
And
that's really embarrassing in 2020.
What they do, their genre is yacht rock and softcore rock hits.
That's embarrassing. The man is 39 and he dresses and looks like he's 18. I have questions. Tell me your skincare routine.
That was a lot of the people's jobs were former football player, and I'm wondering if they have a real job now.
I also have that question because I have had a few people on Tinder match with me. I have a football prompts like in my profile.
Ooh.
So they'll match and they'll like throw in there that you see on practice squads for NFL teams, like a lot of these Bachelor contestants. And like it's just like the way they slide it in, it's just like that's like, yeah, that's like what they do. And that's like all they talk. So one guy, I asked him, I'm like, so what do you do for work? Like I told him what I did, and I asked him, like, what do you do? And he's like, I'll tell you later. I was like,
he probably is like in a pyramid scheme and also living off like his like parents' money.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that one I just talked to like a few times on the app, and then I was like, this guy weirds me out. I'm just gonna stop.
Okay, Vanessa, who did you like?
I liked Ivan.
Yes.
Who was the one who spoke Filipino as the Lion Kids, and Jason, the BC Lions guy with the pregnant belly.
Oh, that's the only thing I remember about him.
Oh,
yeah.
I was talking about how like both, this is 100% like just Mallory like sidebar, but both Tagalog and Welsh, whenever I hear them spoken, like I just think that I'm like having a stroke and just can't understand English. Like whenever I hear them, when they are spoken, they sound so much just like those videos of being like what English sounds to non-English speakers. I don't know. Look it up.
I don't have that problem
Welsh.
with Filipino, but I think it's because I like grew up with Filipino people. Welsh,
I don't have a problem with it. Like,
yeah, I know. I'm just saying, I only get that with Welsh.
One time I was under the influence of things, and I was watching this makeup tutorial, and it was in like Taglish, and like literally it spent me like 5 minutes to figure out that it wasn't in English.
But do you think that was because
every once in a while
you were under the influence, or because
it might have just made me sound very high? But like I think that like it also, in general, I would get one like every once in a while, and I'd be like, no, this is right. Anyway,
I have that with Portuguese. I think Portuguese sounds Eastern European. That's my contribution to our languages discussion. Sam, who did you like?
I played a lot of GeoGuessr recently, if you want to go off on that. I got really pissed today because it ruined my country streak. And I was like, this is definitely probably Mongolia, but I'm going to go with Uzbekistan instead. And it was wrong. It was Mongolia. And I was like, fuck.
Devastating. Sam, who did you like?
I have not watched it yet because I was in Osoyoos with my in-laws.
That's fair.
And so I could not force them all to watch The Bachelorette.
That is fair. Okay, I liked Zach, who is the addiction specialist. He seemed fun. I liked Canadian Blake. He seemed normal, though we all know that can change on a dime with this show. And I also liked the other Blake. There was 2 Blakes. They seemed nice. I hated Bennett. He's terrible. I don't care about your scarf and the fact that you went to Harvard.
H-bomb.
Yeah, made me so mad watching that.
And his Rolls Royce.
Yeah, and his stupid Rolls Royce.
At least
Okay,
he just like
Caitlin.
talk about how he went to school in Boston for like 20 minutes, just desperate for you to ask where in Boston.
That's the worst. Hate it. I also hated Yosef. There seems to be major slimeball vibes. He got in the fight with the guy who I don't remember what his name is, but someone referred to him as Minnie McConaughey, and I think that's so accurate. Just Minnie McConaughey. Don't like him.
Are you surprised that she sent him home over Joseph?
Yeah, I was, but I think that was a producer. That was a producer choice.
That's
for sure.
The last pick and everything.
Producer choice. There's no way. Yeah. And then obviously we know Dale wins and he's boring. And she clearly knew him. That's all.
Yeah.
Rock McGillis
Claire's
is
a really bad actress. She's a horrible actress. right from when he gets out of the limo.
I
Her
think
first like opening line.
if we ever make a drinking game for the season, it should be take a shot every time Claire says shows up or showing up, because she said that every
We should make one. We absolutely should.
every
make one.
10 words. It was like, I showed up. I showed up and I'm 39 and I'm so happy to be here, and I showed up and
When
the
you-
men
yeah.
showed up. Shut up, Claire. Anyway,
Uh,
what were you going to say, Sam? Brock McGillis got mad at us. So did Mr. Booth.
He's still getting mad at us. So Mr. Booth tweeted yesterday that Bachelor Nation is overrated, which is wrong.
Subtweet at us.
Subtweeted us about Bachelor Nation being overrated. And then obviously Brock agreed. But I tweeted just before we hopped on here about JP and Ashley breaking out, which we should talk about.
Yes.
But Brock responded with, so you're telling me that 2 people that met on TV and one of them dating 13 other people at the same time didn't work out? I'm like, they were married for like almost 8 years.
Also, it doesn't matter if it doesn't work out because it's still fun television.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
you can like be like 100% a skeptic and still enjoy the show. And then like you can get like too emotionally like worked up and like also enjoy the show. Which like the second wave did hit me and I was like, oh no. Like once I like, had like a serious emotion about a Bachelor couple, I was like, you need some serious help, girl.
Dani cried last night, so
I
It
do have a
happens.
confession. I did cry. I was watching it and I knew it was fake. It was really bad acting, but like I'm just very emotional.
it gets you sometimes.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
because she could be legitimately happy with Dale. Yes, she acted terribly that she'd never met him.
No, I think she is happy with him, and I'm happy
Yeah.
for her, and I just want to be happy.
Well, it was also
Oh.
sad. Like it is sad. Like her mom has Alzheimer's, and like the weird thing was when she was talking to Chris Harrison, and they were talking about how her dad made a DVD for her
Yeah.
to like show her fiance or I don't know, husband. That was like something I forgot about, but that happened last night. I don't know if anyone had thoughts about that.
Okay, I do have thoughts on that, but Petey 12 minutes ago did post his Quinn Hughes happy birthday post, and it has some gems,
Oh, no.
such as this really fucked up video at the end.
Oh, I've run out of my time limit on Instagram, so I can't even look at it.
Just go on your computer.
I can. I've time limited it.
On your computer too?
Oh, what?
The man put him on blast.
Oh my god.
The man said
Oh
no
my God.
respect.
Did you
And then
see
from the
Quinn
accounts.
Hughes' reply?
The love you and then the gun?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, man. Oh.
So no one looks cool on Instagram except for me.
Oh.
Disrespectful, honestly.
It's always devastating when your friends just fucking slay you with a terrible Instagram photo. You're like, are you
I
fucking
feel
kidding
like
me? Especially when
single
they make
time
sure
I,
that
like-
they look good in it. You're like,
I feel like every single time I like don't post a picture where I look really good and my friends look bad, and I instead post a picture where we all look okay, I am like Mother Teresa.
yes. That's fair. I curate what photos Izzy can post of me.
As you
How?
should.
That's how it works.
That's
Otherwise,
how
he
that
just
should work.
edits the shit out of them and then they look weird.
One time I had been like tailgating before this like football game, and then like I went to like said football game, and obviously I don't care about football, so I was just kind of like on my phone. Like it was like bright out, and like then I just like aggressively edited this photo because like I couldn't really see my phone. And then like I woke up like the next morning and was like, why did you post this photo? It was like deep fried. It was horrible.
The
It
pain.
was, yeah, I had to like immediately be like, delete.
Editing's a skill. It takes time to like hone those skills in to make it look like you're not really edited, but you're totally edited.
Yeah.
I have not like gotten that skill, so I just don't even try.
Send them my way.
You just put a black and white
No,
on
seriously,
it.
my friends do that. I'm like, you can text me any photo and I'll just send it back to you in like a few options so you can decide which one you like the best.
That's amazing.
And
Okay,
I
we
did it at
should-
like Thanksgiving too, to all like the grandparents. And they were like, they took their
Aw.
wrinkles out and they were like freaking
You see
out.
that Chris Jenner, Gordon Ramsay photo? That's what I imagine you at Thanksgiving is doing.
Oh, they loved it. It was so funny. It was like magic to them.
Okay, any last thoughts about the episode from last night that we missed? Okay, Benoit wasn't on. He was supposed to be on. But then they
Yeah.
edited him out.
There was that, her looking out the window at the glamour shots with the music.
With the, basically like we're in a pandemic underneath and it's just
Yeah.
Claire doing this.
Yeah.
It's your typical Bachelor B-roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, and her dress was reminiscent of the 2000s grad style dresses.
She also had that
Then
like,
what did it look like?
It was
she
like,
also had that like typical like half up, half down dude that like
yeah,
is
like
every
grad
prom.
from my year. Yeah, her dress was like this, I don't know, like kind of nudie, purpley color with these like stones that were all like weirdly shaped, kind of like,
terrible.
yeah, not stapled, but like sewn on there. And you could see how they were like sewn on there too. It wasn't very subtle or nice. They weren't placed very nicely, I thought, either, the way they were structured on there. I don't know. I was just staring at like the
Yeah, it was not
shapes
great.
the whole time. It was, yeah, a lot for my eyes.
Okay, last thing we need to talk about is the sad news of Ashley Ebert and JP Rosenbaum breaking up. They simultaneously posted on Instagram about it, something I'm going to paraphrase. They were separated already for a couple of months and then they decided to amicably divorce. But the way that it was kind of positioned by both of them is that they have like key foundational issues in their relationship that make them different. And I want to know if one of them is a Republican.
Yes.
Maybe.
Probably.
That's 100% what that is.
Right? Like it has to be political.
Especially because like they went out of their way to say like perspectives.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or like it's like Garrett and Becca, and one of them is like thin blue line or whatever.
The difference I feel there is like how long that JP and Ashley have been together. Like you figure out by now, but I guess now too, like it could be like, oh, I didn't realize you're a racist Republican. Like, right? Like you could just think they're like Republican. You're like, oh, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
But
don't
then
know,
now
but
you're like, oh, you're racist. Like, I don't know if it's something like that or.
It was presented so because it was presented like they're splitting up amicably, like they love each other. It's all about kind of a good spot for their two kids or whatever, making a new life for their two kids. But then also like, yeah, these key like foundational disagreements that they have. Like
It might have been like Becca and Garrett, but they just didn't talk about it because Ashley said like it started to take a toll on them. So maybe
Yeah.
like it has always been there, but especially like with his health issues, like maybe it just got
Yeah.
more intense.
What do you think, Sam?
I think that I don't know, that one surprised me.
Yeah.
I find this one really depressing.
Yeah, because they were so obviously going to end up together on that season. That was one of the couples. Like, I don't know if you got the first impression rose. I can't remember.
No, the singer guy, the other guy that she was
yeah.
obsessed with.
Yeah, but it was kind of, I feel like he was a front runner quite early on, and then you kind of knew that they were going to end up together. And I think they got married on television too.
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, I think they had a TV wedding as well.
I think the only couple that would like upset me
Sean and
me
Catherine.
more than this one is probably Sean and Catherine.
Yeah, that would actually
That
be
would
devastating.
actually be like
Yeah.
I actually love JoJo and oh my god,
Jordan.
I want to call him his two other brothers' name.
Do you know why? Do you have any idea why Jordan and Aaron don't get along?
Yes.
Why?
Tell us.
I thought that was because of their parents and everything. And like Jordan was like teen, because it's the other brother too.
Oh
It's
yeah.
the whole family.
It's like Aaron Rodgers on one side and the rest of the
and
family
everybody
on the
else on the other.
Yeah.
So I just assumed he was aligned with like the parents.
I thought it was
And,
over Olivia Munn.
No, they hated each other way before Olivia Munn. Olivia Munn said in an interview she was trying to get them like reconciled and back together. I'm like, wow, you're saying that in an interview after you guys broke up? Like,
Interesting.
What a weird thing to say, girl.
You know who probably knows is Julia. Julia, tell us. Let us know. You know for sure. They're also like, she would probably be mad if we didn't also comment on the fact that JoJo and Aaron, or not Aaron, the other Jordan are Trumpies.
Ah, fuck. Oh, I always forget that. Now I want them just terrible things for you.
They're all bad.
I'm just having a day today.
So many like celebrities and stuff have gotten divorced like over like COVID times in general, and I think it's because they actually have to spend time together now. Yeah, like they really like did the benefit of like absence makes the heart grow fonder in situation. Like I don't really like this person, but I like hanging out with them like enough, like a couple weekends a month. And they're like, cannot do this. This is bad.
Yeah, that is very fair. COVID times. Okay, last Bachelor thoughts. Anything that we missed?
Caitlin's doing well on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh yeah,
who watches that?
I only watch her clips on YouTube.
Okay,
and she's doing pretty well. So, not surprised.
Good for her. I hope she wins.
Well, Madison from Peter's season is dating MPJ Michael Porter Jr.
Oh, right.
From the Denver Nuggets. So that's a big one for her. That's big dollars. Stepping the game up. Get
big
that.
dollars.
Get the money. I'm just kidding.
She's getting a bunch of money from her Instagram sponsorships though, so she like is one of the fastest to hit like 1 million.
Yeah.
Ooh. Everybody else took a really long time.
I see her dances always pop up in the search feeds, and they're not very good. She does not move very well. I'm always just like, no.
It's the Christian. The Christian does not allow her to move her hips.
Oh my god. Wait, who is the person who is dating the racist quarterback from Pittsburgh?
Hannah Ann.
Oh.
Unsurprising.
Right. Unsurprising. Okay, this has been your weekly roundup of The Bachelorette with the broadcast.